Hi, I'm Mona Beckett, and today I have with me Naomi Russell and Suzanne Thiesfeld. And today we're going to talk about the barn quilts of Carver County. So how are you, Naomi?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks. So can you tell me about how the whole process started?
Well, the American Barn Quilt movement started about 10 years ago in Adams County, Ohio, when Donna Sue Rose decided to paint a quilt block replica, and place it on her mother's barn in honor of her mother, a quilter.
Oh, that's really cool. And so how many quilts are there in Carver County right now?
In Carver County, we have on display 23 quilts at the moment and requests for another 10 at this time.
Well, I just went on one of the tours and it was fabulous. It was so good. Are you planning another one?
We don't actually plan tours. What we do is when an organization is interested in putting a tour together, they contact us, and if we are available, we ride along and narrate for them.
That's great, yeah. It's a really fun thing to do.
Thank you.
And could you tell me, how are they made? Because you're the artist, right?
Yeah, I guide the volunteers in the painting process. So basically they're painted on 8-foot square panels that are plywood, and we use exterior house paint and put about 3 layers of paint on, and we just copy designs that the homeowners want, or maybe that would help them make a decision on.
Or a family quilt.
Or a family quilt. And then there's a frame structure in the back, and then they are mounted right onto the barn. So they're permanently mounted on the barn.
That's amazing. And they look so big from the street when you see them. How big are they?
8-foot square.
8 foot square.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And how would a family go about getting one? What would you need to have?
Well, the first thing you have to have is a barn to put it on. And so in a barn that is visible from a public roadway, so that when people drive by they can take pictures. But if you're interested in getting a barn quilt for your barn, you go to www.barnquiltsofcarvercounty.com, and there's a registration form there and a bunch more information too about the project.
And how long is it taking how long does the process take from, say, deciding which design to do to actually getting it on your barn?
Oh, well, we do the barn quilts in phases. A couple times a year we do a spring session and a fall session, so usually around May and sometime around October. And so once you are contacted that you will get a barn quilt, it might take a couple months.
I see. Is there sort of a jury that decides if your barn is good for the barn quilt, or can pretty much anybody?
Pretty much anybody, as long as it's visible from a public roadway.
Perfect. And as I understand, there will be tours, there's walking tours that are associated.
It'll be a pretty long distance to walk to the
Oh, that's true.
3 or 4 parts spread out through the Carver County.
There is a self-guided driving tour that you can take, and the map was located on the website that you can just print off.
Okay, perfect. Well, great. Is there anything else you wanted to tell me about it?
Well, the Barn Quilt project is carried out solely by volunteers. We are in partnership with the Metropolitan Regional Arts Council, the Arts Consortium of Carver County, the Chaska Area Quilt Club, and Minnesota Valley Electric Cooperative, which we couldn't do it without because they're the ones that bring out the boom trucks and actually lift the artwork onto the sides of the barn and attach it. So without them, it would be pretty difficult to put them on display.
And that's really generous of them to do something like that.
They volunteer all of the equipment and 2 linemen that will come out and help us. So yes, very generous.
Very nice. Well, thank you so much for
Thank you.